Mystic Moons. Yesterday a reading was done. A rather casual question: why did Trump not put his on the Bible? And the answer that came back was almost like, I don't know what you need to know, the larger issue. And that inspired this series that I'm doing right now for 4 collectives. Well, 12 collectives, I suppose. Of what you need to know now. I'm seeing this reading being over the next month, between now to roughly the end of February. I am going to be doing early February readings. And I'm still thinking about the planetary parade of energies that have been aligned, the Venus, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune. They'll be joined by Mercury in a few weeks. But not yet ready to go and do a reading on that. So decided let's just go and see, what do people need to know now? This reading is going to be divided, or this series is going to be divided up into 3 parts. So I'll be doing each sign separately, not one big earth sign jamboree. So we'll start off with Capricorn. I'll probably go in the order that it was listed on the video. I'll go Capricorn, I'll go Virgo, and then I'll do Taurus. If you find this video interesting, consider leaving me a thumbs up. If you're a subscriber, thank you for being part of the channel. And if you're watching and not yet a subscriber, consider subscribing if you'd like to see more. I have a little bit of a cold, so I may pause the video if I need to sneeze, which I need to do right now. I'll be back in 1 second. Yeah, I have a little bit of a cold that I'm going through. I'll try to mute it so you don't hear any cold sounds when that happens. All right, let's go and get started with Capricorn. Capricorn, what's the message for you? What's the message you need to know right now? Oh, of course, you guys know the whole thing, right? This is a collective read. Take as it resonates, what resonates. And for the signs, well, anything that you yourself feel strongly, I see that as sun, moon, rising. Also, I do think if you have your, an earth sign as your signature sign, if you have an earth sign maybe in your first house, right, you can feel all that. Maybe you go by the Vedic, or maybe you include the Vedic astrology, which can give us 2 different sun signs, etc. I leave that up to you. Anyway, let's get into Capricorn. Capricorn, what do you need to know now? Chariot, where are you going, Capricorn? Anywhere, huh? As long as you get moving, Capricorn, are you is itching to move and get going with some fluidity. Is where you've been. The pace is just too slow. Let's find out more about the Chariot. Chariot gets Temperance. 3 of Cups. 9 of Cups. An opportunity is coming up for you, Capricorn, to move. If you're not actually moving, you definitely are taking a trip, perhaps a place where you haven't been before, Capricorn. Some brand new experiences are awaiting you. You're only going to be limited, Capricorn, by maybe bouts of shyness if you allow that to rise. That's what I see, though, Capricorn. Seriously, I see movement for you. I see trips for you. You are going places. I don't know if you are actually moving, like moving your household, but you definitely are taking trips. You definitely are taking multi-day trips. Maybe taking full day trips, but it feels like more often than not, you're taking a larger trip to someplace entirely different from where you've been, outside of almost what you're used to, but you should thrive in the destination you're going to, Capricorn. I wonder, why is that, Capricorn? You're going to be enjoying yourself, but more than that, it's like you're going to be thriving. Should I clarify the Temperance or 9 of Cups? I'm actually most curious about these 2 cards for you, Capricorn. And I think I'm going to go with Temperance first. Let's find out about Temperance. Capricorn, you have movement coming up. You have trips coming up. If you're not already on a trip right now, if you don't have anything planned right now, you definitely are going places, meeting people, having fun, Capricorn, with entirely new people. You're having a lot of fun. I see a lot of fun for you, Capricorn. I do. I think, Capricorn, people are going to be quite entranced with you too. You're going to get a warmer reception, Capricorn, than what you've currently been getting. Of course, maybe that's the whole thing of traveling in general, right? If you're open to it, people will be open to you. I'm curious about this. Let me throw a card in this King of Pentacles before I tell you what I see here. King of Pentacles gets the Sun. You're going to be welcomed and celebrated, Capricorn, in a way you have not been treated in a while. Temperance clarified by Page of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, King of Pentacles. Essentially, Capricorn, you're going to be making entirely new connections with people the connection will continue. Feels like it's going to continue quite a concrete manner. King of Pentacles with his Sun. Continue in quite a concrete manner after the connection has been made, no matter where you go. It feels like you will go and see them. They will come and see you. You will get more invitations, something like that. The traveling won't stop for you, Capricorn. Capricorn, if you are open to it as you move about, you very easily could either pick up and move entirely and or carry a long distance relationship or make that plural relationships and or no, I feel like that's a long distance relationship. As I said, it's not necessarily. One second. Anyway, someone was telling me that I put the 22nd up there. Well, what can I say? I operate on the time. As I mentioned before, I got like a cold. My time goes by daytime, nighttime, feeding cats, not feeding cats, changing litter. Work that needs to be done, errands that need to be put, things like that. The smaller details, nails that grow and are broken. Snow that's on the ground and is melted, things like that. Anyway, back to, I'll adjust it when the reading's over. Put 23rd. I do know Monday is the 27th. I am aware of that. Temperance. Yeah, anyway, that's what this is. Could you be getting involved with a fire sign? I don't know, Capricorn, how do you feel about fire sign? I do have strong fire. I also have strong Cancer, strong fire, strong water, but it could also be in this energy, Capricorn. It could be in the energy of just, initiating something new that you feel great about. Very much so. New connections, Capricorn. How you take them is up to you. But no, you definitely should go and excuse me, get moving, Capricorn. You definitely are going to meet a whole group of people. And Capricorn, if you want it, they could come and see you. You could go and see them. You could be going back and forth over a large distance quite regularly in this energy. And I do think eventually, not too long either, eventually this year, if you're sick of where you are or where you are isn't serving you, you can move to an entirely different location. There's movement here and movement because you'll find people who are going to be nurturing and supporting you in a way that you have not been before. And it all starts with a trip, Capricorn. Excuse me. A trip. Well, many new opportunities for you to go and see. It's going to be on both your end and the people whose attention you'll attract. In this energy, Capricorn, I almost want to say have some discernment, but there's really no reason for me to say that because to me that's kind of stating the obvious. But what I will say, Capricorn, is that you're finally going to be getting a reception that you haven't had in a while. You're going to be making connections that you haven't had in a while. You're going to be celebrated in a way that you haven't been in a while. You're going to have fun. Fun, Capricorn. That's essentially what I see for you. 9 of Cups. Capricorn, though, keep in mind, in order to tap into what I see here, I see this because you go traveling. You pick yourself up, Capricorn, and you take yourself somewhere. I don't know where you're going, Capricorn, but go somewhere. I say go out of your area code at the very least, Capricorn. Go out of your area code, Capricorn, and make sure you spend the whole day out. It doesn't have to be 24 hours, Capricorn, but make sure it's at least 10. Literally spend the day out. Not on the road, too, by the way. Let me say that. Whatever you plan your itinerary on, if you can't take a big trip, at least do a little trip. And with that little trip, Capricorn, don't have part of that 10 hours be your commute time, your travel time. So get up at 7 a.m. and drive to wherever, and then go and sit and enjoy breakfast at 8 somewhere. And then go and have dinner somewhere, and then drive back, right? Like that. Anyway, 9 of Cups is clarified by Ace of Swords, 3 of Swords, 10 of Cups. You know, Capricorn, in this energy too, I want to say overall, I think the message of what you need to know now. And keep in mind too, Capricorn, what I'm about to say could be varying degrees of maturation in your collective. But essentially, I think you've outgrown where you are. That's the essential message, Capricorn. Some of you, you're going to find that, as I said, when you take your day trip and you go somewhere else, or you take your multi-day trip and you go somewhere else and you meet new people, you're going to be like, oh, I feel so invigorated, so alive, so awakened by going out and meeting these people. But you know what it really is, Capricorn, more than that? The main message here is that you have outgrown the place that you're in. Maybe you're comfortable. Maybe you've carved out a very stable life for yourself where you are, but you need to do a big move in general. And as I said, some of you, you could be at the 100% ready to move. And some of you, maybe you're just at 15% ready to move. You don't really see that. You don't really feel that. But Capricorn, overall, what I'm getting is that the area that you're in, you've essentially gone through everything that can take your evolution farther the fastest. It's not like you can't grow where you are, but it feels like the scale of how you'll grow will be very slow. Like, think about it like a greenhouse too, Capricorn. In some, right, if you're in a protected environment, the growth that you could go and get could be beautiful in like 6 weeks. While to get to that same level of growth and strength could take 6 months. You know, it's something like that, Capricorn. Where you are right now, it essentially is not where you should be. So keep that in mind, Capricorn. And I don't feel this for the next 30 days. I feel like this is a message for the year, Capricorn, where you are right now. And I'm not talking about your house or your apartment or the street that you live in. I'm talking about the actual ley lines. I'm talking about the energetic pull of where you are right now in that vicinity. The town that you live in, the city that you live in, not even the zip code, because there could be multiple zip codes if you go like 2 miles that way, X amount of miles that way, right? I mean, I use the zip code just as sort of like a euphemism. But I mean, you need to make a sizable move elsewhere. That's the overall message that I have, because the growth that you've had, Capricorn, essentially you've kind of reached the crescendo of it. Let's say, again, at the speed that you should be going in. There are other places that will serve you better. Keep that in mind, Capricorn, for those of you listening. For those of you that watch this. Essentially, There's fun upcoming, but the more important message, Capricorn, you're better served somewhere else. All right. Let's check out Virgo. What do I have for Virgo? Of course. I want a tea. Maybe I'll come back. Do I have any Virgos that are watching right now? If I do, let me know. Otherwise, I think I may come back with Virgo and Taurus later today. In a couple hours. Unless I have any Virgos watching right now. Do I? All right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this one down and leave it for Capricorn. I'll be back later and I'll finish off the messages for Capricorn, no, excuse me, for Virgo and Taurus. Because I also have the air signs to do as well. I'll do that later this afternoon, which isn't that long. Afternoon's a few hours. Or I'll do it later this evening. So maybe I'll see you guys later. If you're interested in the video, do keep your eyes peeled because I will do it sometime today. See you all soon.